there, Kira here with another process video using my February add-on kit from Citrus Twist Kits. So I am working in my Life Crafted album, and this is my Folsom Life Crafted album. So if you aren't following me on social media, then you probably haven't seen the millions of layouts that I've posted about my dog. He passed away in December, just before Christmas, so I have been working on an album for him, just kind of about all the memories that I have of him throughout his life. So this layout that I'm working on today is about the time he got shown at the Evergreen State Fair. So Folsom was not a very well-trained dog. I never trained him because, I mean, he knew how to like sit, but that was about the extent of it. He wasn't very good on a leash because most of the places that I took him to did not require him to be on a leash, like up hiking in the mountains in Colorado and going to dog parks and stuff. He just didn't really need to be on a leash. So he wasn't very well trained. But one year, I was working at a veterinary clinic and I was working with this guy named Mark, and Mark was not allowed to have a dog of his own, but he really wanted to show a dog at the state fair. So he asked me if he could show Folsom. And I was like, of course, because who doesn't want to see their dog get shown at the fair? And also I thought it would be kind of funny because Folsom was not very well behaved. So I thought it would be funny to kind of see him get shown at the fair. So Mark showed him at the fair. And like I expected, he was like all over the place, did not behave very well. And it was pretty hilarious. But also like I made him, or I had my mom make him like a special bandana that said his name on it, and he had little rhinestone paw prints, and then I made myself a matching sweatshirt that said Folsom's mom, and that also had rhinestone paw prints on it, and I actually still have that sweatshirt. So yeah, it was a pretty momentous occasion for us to have him shown at the fair, and I posted all over social media, like, come see Folsom get shown at the fair, it's gonna be so fun. And yes, it was hilarious. So they did not do very well because Folsom is not has never been shown before. But in the end, they ended up winning the special award, was the award that they won, which I thought was like very fitting to both of them to win the special award. So, so I decided for this layout that I was going to make my own little award ribbon, and use that for my layout. So I know a lot of people make like the little cute rosettes, and I thought about doing that, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. So the way that I made this is I cut down strips of papers. I chose which colors I wanted to use, and I went with this kind of yellow paper and this green paper. And I cut strips at 1 inch, or not 1 inch, sorry, half an inch wide. And then I cut the green paper down to 6 inches and the yellow paper down to 5¼ inches. And then I folded those in half. And so you can kind of see that they're not like creased folded, but so they have a little dimension to them. So I just kind of like folded them on each other without creasing the paper, and created this little like ribbon that I'm making here. So that's how I made the circle-y part of it. And then I used my hole punch to punch out a circle, and this punch is about 1 1/4. And then I used one of the puffy stickers to put in the center of that circle. So I was kind of debating if I wanted that better together, since it's kind of a story about him and Mark, or if I wanted to go with a U, but I ended up going with a U. And then for the ribbon part of it, I cut the pink paper that I did the circle out of. I cut that down to 1 inch wide by 3 inches, and then did a little fishtail cut at the bottom. And then these green strips I did at 3/4 inch wide by 3 inches long. And I will put those on each side of the pink paper, just like so. And there you have the cutest little ribbon you've ever did see. So I finished my ribbon, and I'm going to go ahead and put Folsom's photo. I picked this photo of him. All the photos I'm using in this album were all professionally taken that I had never done anything with. So I had his photos professionally done, and then they just kind of sat on a CD. I do have some that are like printed out on canvas that I do have around my house, but none of them have been printed out and scrapbooked. So I printed all of these out, and that's what's going in this album. So I wanted one photo that made him look a little special and went with that. And so I adhered that down just right at the top of the layout, and then I added some machine stitching at the top, just kind of some messy machine stitching to add a little bit more texture to the upper corner there. And then I just stuck the ribbon kind of down like on his chest where a ribbon would go if he won something. And then I'm going to be embellishing the journaling page. So I just typed this up on my computer and printed it out and cut it down to size. And the size is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, I believe, is what these Life Crafted album sizes are. And yeah, I just type up my journaling. You know, I don't really... when I'm like typing it up and cutting it down, I'm not really thinking, oh, this is what I want, I'm going to add embellishments here. I just kind of figure out what'll work after the fact. I don't put a whole lot of thought into it when I'm typing it out, printing it out, and cutting it down. I just, I figure I'll just figure it out when I get to that part. So I typed this journaling up a while ago and just now working on the layout. So, so yeah, I found some pieces in the die cut pack that's from the add-on kit that I thought would work for this page. The top piece is something about like, you make me so happy, or something along those lines. And I just wanted to bring in some of that yellow. And then I brought in some pink down at the bottom with this Love You More piece and the XO piece. But I wanted to bring in some green, but in the die cut pack, the green is not the same color green. It's more of like a minty green in the die cut pack, whereas it's more of a forest green in the paper that I used. So all I did was I took the flower paper, that pink flower paper that I used for the ribbon. I just took that, fussy cut out some leaves, and voila, I brought in that green from the reverse side. So that worked out really well. So I also wanted to bring in some yellow to the bottom, and so I just fussy cut out a little bunch of yellow flowers too, and that worked out really well. So I'm going to bump up a couple pieces up on some foam and then adhere those down. I'm also going to be using the enamel dots that are from the kit, and I'm going to end up using that kind of middle color that you see, that like light yellow beigey color. And I liked that because it reminded me of Folsom's fur color, so that's kind of why I chose to go with that one. And I just added a few down towards the bottom there. Fussed around with placement for a little bit. And then I will bump up this little piece on some foam, and then adhere it just right in the center, and then with each of the leaves on each side of it, which I thought balanced it out well. So I'll have some close-ups here at the end so you can see everything, how it looks. And thank you guys so much for stopping by and taking a look, and I will see you soon. Bye.